judgment, let's speak to Organisation Undoing Tax Abuse CEO Wayne Duvenage. Wayne, very good evening to you. Thank you for your time. Your initial reaction when you heard this judgment?
Yeah, very, very pleased. You know, at the time when this became news in the first half of last year, we were very frustrated. I think there were a lot of comments and frustrations expressed about this excessive spending when it was unnecessary. And it is so sad that political parties and civil society and others have to use the courts to overturn decisions of this nature. It shows that we have a local government here in Johannesburg that is out of touch with reality, that's out of touch with the needs of the people. There are prescripts of how many guards they can have, and no one's denying that they may need some security, but that was very excessive. And there was no grounds for this increase in the security measures taken and the massive costs that came with it. They couldn't provide any assessment of heightened security risks. So this is a good judgment. We welcome it, but I hope the city management don't appeal it and get the lesson from this court ruling that they need to start thinking very seriously and carefully before they make these decisions.
Yeah, I mean, it boggles the mind when you look at the numbers, Wayne. Just the city that is financially strained, from what we understand, the budget being cut from 83 billion to 76 billion, and having to make such a decision. What do you think would have informed councillors or the management of the city to come up with such a decision, outside of what you've already said, that not putting people first?
Yeah, I think it's that they're out of touch with reality. I think there's a bit of hubristic behavior here. There's this self-importance that they believe they can just spend more and more money on themselves in this nature. It may be that there's a lucrative contract that was given to connected cronies in this regard, possibly. We just don't trust this government, and we don't trust the city of Johannesburg's decisions when they make them in this manner. The city is broke, as you said. We can't afford it. And yet they just willy-nilly go ahead and pass these resolutions. So they need to start thinking that we have a lot of service delivery shortfalls. And before they start spending money on themselves in this nature, they should start fixing the city. So it's a combination of just out of touch with reality and hubris, I believe.
Yeah, but as public officials, surely they are entitled to some kind of degree of security when they go out doing public work. The DA has argued that they're not entitled to exist in such a bubble of security away from the realities of what ordinary citizens in Johannesburg are accustomed to when it comes to criminality. With that extra security being stripped away, do you think what they have in place is enough?
Yeah, there's we cannot understand what is the security risk to the individuals concerned, the mayoral council and the mayor. There has been no heightened security threat that they have proven anyway. The prescripts are quite clear, they're there, and if they believe there's a need to increase it, they must motivate it and they must tell the people why. And if it doesn't make sense, well, then, we have rights to go to court. But it is so sad that we have to go to court all the time to have these irrational decisions overturned. So really, this again is a symptom of government at a local level that just really is getting drunk on their own power.
What happens if the city decides to appeal?
Well, that's their right. They can appeal it. Hopefully the courts will throw that out. But what we would like to say to the mayor and the city, if they're going to appeal it, that they must start picking up personal costs now for these court challenges, because the prescripts are very clear. The direction is very clear. You're entitled to 2 security guards per shift, and the costs that come with that. The boundaries are there. So just follow the process, do your homework, and if you believe you need more, tell us why. We can't see why. And so if they are going to appeal it, then we believe the costs order, if they aren't successful, should go directly to the individuals concerned. They must start thinking now before they just make these knee-jerk reactions to appeal these rational decisions by the court.
Yeah, and just looking at how the council is constituted, Wayne, do you think that the leadership or the mayor, the city manager, are able to bridge the gap of the poor management decisions that we've been seeing coming from the city?
No, we don't think so. Recently the mayor announced that they were going to, repurpose the Usindiso building, the one that burnt down, as the mayoral office. We have a massive metro council center that has undergone some instability in its safety issues, but what we don't see is a fast action to fix that, to fix the slab, to fix the fire hazards that are there and get people back to work. We see very, very poor decisions, decisions that don't make sense from a financial, hygiene point of view. So again, we say this city council, this city management, the mayoral council are out of touch with the reality of the needs of the city and how to manage its finances when they make decisions of this nature. So we believe it's time, for the public and others to seriously consider. Is it time to force this mayor out? Is it time to call for or go to court and seek an abandonment of this or overturning of this mayoral council because of its conduct? These are things that we're thinking hard about. We got an election coming up in about 22 months from now, towards the end of next year. And we hope some sanity starts to prevail between now and then. But this city cannot continue being managed in the way that it is.
Thank you for that reaction, Wayne. We certainly appreciate it. We'll have to leave it there and allow you to enjoy whatever is left of the festivities of the new year.